All right, folks. Here we go. Let's try this. What's up, everybody, including Lottie Dottie? It's your boy Retro with you. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Look at him, man. God is good all the time, and all the time He's good. And we just want to say thank you for pressing play. Check it out, man. I ain't got no windshield. It's crazy, right? It blew off. Yeah, it blew off. It's. I tell you, it's always something when you're traveling. But so we was coming through the Maryland area, and man, I tell you, we hit some serious rain, and so I didn't have a face mask, and I didn't have any goggles, so we pulled over, put on our rain gear, and yeah, we just had to thug it out. But by the time we got all geared up and everything, it had kind of slowed down a little bit, and so as you can see, we're making our way home, and just wanted to go live because we had a couple people calling and texting, checking on us, seeing how we was doing. And so I said, let me just go ahead and go live, let everybody know we good. So far, so good, as they say. And we've had a wonderful time. For those of you who have been following us, you already know what it is. On the 29th, we celebrated 26 years. Uh, so we went up to New York for a concert. OMG. Let's talk. I can't wait to get back to the studio so we can really dive in and talk about this concert with Samuel Miguel. Yo, I'm telling you, the best concert I've ever been to. This young man can work the stage. I mean to tell you, his vocals are second to none. And I'm telling you, man, dude was all over the stage. He was, and it wasn't like he was just performing. So let me just get this right. He wasn't just performing, man. This guy was, he was in worship, and it was a worship experience, real talk. And if you don't know who Samuel Midas is, you know, you got to Google him, check him out. You'll be hearing a whole lot more about this guy, man, because he's definitely doing his thing. Definitely doing his thing. So it was well worth it, man. We had a good time. I want to say happy anniversary to my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law, Shanchika and Keith Clark. They celebrate 4 years on today. Um, and so we was up there hanging out with them. Had a good time. We also, every time I hit this bump, it tries to undo typing or whatever. But we also had the opportunity to speak over at Victory Point in Springfield, Mass. Pastor David Eady, First Lady India Eady, and the church family there again at Victory Point. Thank you for the invitation, and hopefully we were able to say something to bless you for days, weeks, months, hopefully even years to come. We've been out and about on this journey collecting miles and smiles. I think it is ludicrous, in the words of Mike Tyson, to put miles on your motorcycle if you ain't collecting smiles to go along with it. In other words, for your boy Retro, it's about a whole lot more than just saying, hey, I knocked out all these miles. But it's literally about putting smiles on people's faces and fellowshipping while we're out here on the road. And so we've had that opportunity. I want to say shout out to Pastor John Wynn over there in the the Pennsylvania area. We had the pleasure of stopping and seeing them on the way up. And on the way back down, we stopped in New Jersey to holler at Nelson and Cece. Beautiful people, inside and out. Every time we come to the area, they say, yo, Retro, man, you got to stop. And so we did. So how was your, excuse me. How was your fourth? How was the fourth for you guys? I hope everything was fine. I know I've been looking at the headlines, and there's been some unfortunate situations unfolding, and I just hope everybody, was safe, didn't have any drama. I will say this: we've got a show that we're getting ready to do. I've got to get a hold of a couple people who I want to be on the show as guests. So keep your ears peeled when I tell you keep your ears peeled, because we're getting ready to launch a series entitled "We Are the Village." Okay. Now you've heard me say this before. I'll say it again and again and again. And if you agree with what I'm about to say, I need you to say something in the comment section. But the statement is simply this: it takes a village to raise a child. I saw some footage this past weekend that was extremely disturbing. Okay? And I think it's time out for us to just be disturbed by stuff and not do anything. I think it's time for us to come to action and do something. And so, in this series that we're getting ready to launch entitled hashtag We Are the Village, we're going to be talking about different ways we can do something. Now, I've been saying nobody should have to do everything, nor can anybody do everything, but everybody can do something. All right? And so I may not be able to fix the situation. You may not be able to fix the situation, but all of us can do something. All right? Now, the Bible talks about one can chase 1,000, two can chase 10,000. So essentially what that means is I can do a small portion, but if we come together, we can do a greater portion. And it's time out for petty differences. It's time out for the isms and schisms. It's time out for the stupid competition. And it's time for us to come together and do something. You know, do something about the situations that are plaguing our communities, our neighborhoods, our families, our churches, and the list goes on and on and on. And so, again, in the upcoming series, hashtag We Are the Village, we're going to be talking about different ways we can approach some things. We're going to be talking about different ways we could and should help one another. And so we definitely want you to be a part of this series, and we want you to press play. All right? Everybody has an opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. And so that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to start it this week, as a matter of fact. It's not going to be a long, drawn-out, time in terms of when we started. We're going to be starting it this week. As you see, we've been on the road, so I haven't been able to get in the studio and have any consistent shows. And hopefully you can hear me still. I figured out a way to do this thing mobile, but it's been glitching. So there's that. But so it is in life. I want to thank God for each of you that have been lifting us up in prayer. Those, again, like I said, that's been calling and texting, checking on us. We really do appreciate that. It's nice to be loved. It's nice to be loved. Some people out here mean as a junkyard dog because they ain't got no love. The Bible says, by this shall all men know that you are my disciples because you have love one to another. So be strategic, ladies and gentlemen, saints and ain'ts, everybody, including Lottie Dottie. Be strategic in how you show love. Somebody's life literally may be depending on that love. We have an hour and 27 minutes before we reach our final destination for the evening, which is home. We could have been home, but last night we were traveling, or yesterday I should say, before it even got dark. And so we decided to just pull off, get a room, get a little R&R, rest and relaxation, because we wasn't really rushing it, and we still had a little time. So we did that. We pulled off, we got some sleep, and just chilled for the night. And so when we got up this morning, you guys have saw the some of the photos we posted, the Harriet Tubman mural. If you're just joining the channel, thank you for pressing play. This is the Retro Philosophy Show, and you'll find out real quickly that I collect murals. Every time I go to a city, I usually try to find a beautiful mural to, snap a shot of. And so anyway, the Harriet Tubman mural was, ah man, it was one that I had been wanting to get for quite some time now, probably the most sought after mural for me. And truth be told, that mural is pretty much what started me on the whole mural quest. Okay, so I put that on my list of murals to get, and I had begun to compile a list of murals that I wanted to get, and it just happened that every time I got ready to get the Harriet Tubman mural, something came up or prevented me from actually making it during that trip. Been to the Maryland area several times, but it just never really, you know, worked out for me to go and get the mural shop. Well, we got up this morning. We weren't too far from it, and so we said, you know what, let's just go ahead and snag it. Glad that we did. Glad we did. We were trying to beat the rain, and we weren't successful in that endeavor because, again, once we left the mural, and for those of you who don't know, the Harriet Tubman mural is actually on the wall, the backside wall of the Harriet Tubman Museum, which is located at 424 Ray Street in Cambridge, Maryland. All right. So if you're ever in the Cambridge area, stop by there and check it out. It's a nice little downtown area. We stopped in Blackwater Restaurant and had brunch. It wasn't bad. The proportions weren't to my liking, but the quality of the food was really good. I can't complain there. The food was good, and but it's a nice little area down there. Stop by there and get you a shot with the Harriet Tubman mural. I think they entitled it "Take My Hand." I stopped into a little convenience store because I had passed the museum and I couldn't find it, so I stopped in there and asked the lady if she knew where it was. This lady locked her shop, walked me outside, gave me a quick little history lesson, and then showed me exactly where the mural was. So stay tuned. We're going to be posting some footage, a little brief interview that we had with her. Really, really nice young lady, and so it's nice to see people like that because you come across so many wicked people, so many, you know. But meeting people like her, it's really refreshing. It's really refreshing. Well, folks, I thank you for pressing play and riding with us for the little time. And we're getting ready to get into the part of 81 where 81 and 77 connect at about 3 miles. And that's a nice little part right there. You get a little curves coming down the little mountain. And so if you guys want to ride with us, let me know in the comment section. And we'll just let you check it out. So as we were coming through Maryland, like I was saying, the rain was just, it was terrible, man. And so I had to unplug the GoPro so that I didn't destroy it because I've already done that once. And go figure, as I was coming through Maryland a few years back, I went up there for a big bike lesson. Okay, so this is my exit. I got 2 miles to my exit. But anyway, we was coming through Maryland. We went to Maryland for a big bike lesson, and it rained. I mean, it rained, and I destroyed my GoPro, one of my GoPros, on that trip. So this time I said I'm not gonna let that happen. So I unplugged it, threw it in the saddlebag. Um, so my plan was to, gather some footage, put together a nice little clip for you guys, and which I still do, but it just won't have as much as I intended for it to have. But here we are on our exit 77 southbound. Here we come. I want to say shout out to Kingdom Alignment Motorcycle Ministry, awesome team of great people I have the privilege of working with. Keep your eyes and your ears peeled. You'll be hearing about and seeing a whole lot more of Kingdom Alignment Motorcycle Ministry. God is really doing some awesome things, opening doors and allowing kingdom connections to take place. All right, here we go. So I was riding one year. We had went to Ohio and hit several states in the area and one big old loop, and we came back here. We was on our way back home, and the same exit we were coming across. Now we had got rained on that trip, and we took this exit 81 off of 81. Yeah, exit 81 off of 81 onto 77. And as we come across this curve right where I am right now, I look up, sun just, the clouds just parted, the sun just came out, and there was a double rainbow, man. It was, it was pretty, it was pretty awesome to see, man. And that's one thing that I like about getting out here on this motorcycle and riding. You get a chance to see some stuff that you would overlook in a car. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about being out here on this motorcycle, man. You see a lot of beautiful stuff. A lot of beautiful stuff. All right, good folks. I appreciate you for hanging out with us, keeping us company. We've got an hour and 18 minutes to get to the house. And if you have not already gone over to our YouTube channel, it would be so kind of you to do so and hit the subscribe button and also hit the like button. And if you like to be notified whenever we go live, hit the notification bell too. That way, when we go live, you will be notified and you can chime in and say what's up